I'm at the Total Health Show and have the pleasure of speaking to David Price Francis. Now, you're the author of Partners in Passion. And from what I understand, it's a very passionate endeavor because you actually teach people and counsel people how to understand your partner's energy field and thereby having a better relationship, either personal or business. So tell me about this and how you got involved with this.
Okay, well, this is the book called Partners in Passion. And the idea of the word passion is it breaks into two words, which is pass, ion. An ion, if you look it up, is a positively or negatively charged particle. When two people are in a relationship, they pass ions backwards and forwards between the two. And depending on what they plant in what could be called their mutual relationship field, that determines whether that relationship is enhanced, whether it becomes toxic. It all depends on the energies they plant in the field. So I deal with how to enhance the energies of relationships, whether business, personal, romantic, so energies of relationships of all kinds.
So can you give us some tips on how to, as you say, how to see, feel the person's energy field? Is it like curling photography, and how long is the training, and can anyone learn it?
It would be a little example, which is this is simply a chime, which I'm ringing, so that will come through. And the purpose of this chime is to break up old energies. For example, when a person wakes up in the morning, they can ring this across the bed. And what it does is it breaks up the old energies from the sleep of the night before.
Is that a particular frequency?
As long as there's a vibration and it's a reasonably fine frequency, but a brass bell works very well.
Okay.
And what that is about is cleansing the field. So partly an energy, the energy relationship depends upon what a person is able to put in their field and how they can clean and clear that field. So that would be an example. I also teach people how to see and feel the energy field for themselves. So I've taught many thousands of people how to do this. And this is something that I teach the Energy World's practitioners, which is a network that myself and my wife Joanna work with and have done now for a number of years.
So can anyone learn it at any age?
Yes.
How to feel and see it?
I was demonstrating it this afternoon in the space of 55 minutes to about 60 people, and many of them said, yes, I can see that, I can see glow around you, I can see blue, I can see yellow, I can see color. It's a natural ability that lives inside the human eyes.
Okay, in your book you talk about the difference between a man and a woman's energy field.
Yes. Well, you heard the expression men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Well, that is actually to do with the Martian energy is to do with a red power. You put with that the metal iron, acid, the rod. The feminine power, Venus, is more to do with blue, to do with sweetness. You know the expression frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails? That's what little Martians are made of. Sugar and spice and all things nice, that's what little Venusians are made of. They're two different kinds of energy. When they interact, they can actually charge each other, and therefore they can bring more power to their soul. They can also block each other. So it all depends on the nature of relationship that actually happens.
Okay, you also talk about addictive and abusive relationships,
Yes.
which is like a common thing in dysfunctional relationships, be they personal or business.
Yep. Okay. So the energy worlds of the planet, which I talk about, have different levels. But a high level frequency, which is more to do with the violet end of the energy world spectrum, and a lower frequency, more toxic, which is down at the red end of the energy world spectrum. There's more to it than that in terms of its involvement with color, but when you have energy, say for criminality, drug abuse, what you have is lower toxic energies get drawn into the energy field, and that brings the relationship down. A good example is, let's say, Bonnie and Clyde. It might be nice to have a romantic idea on a movie screen. You would not want to meet that energy in person because it would be a very corrosive, toxic nature of energy. When you also can have very high, clean, clear energies, which is the kind of house where birds are attracted to the garden, animals are attracted, children are attracted. People want to be around all those more healing energies.
Okay, you also talk about the 7 levels of love and sex.
Yep.
Is this something you found in other research, or is this of your own creation?
It's to do with how the energy worlds of the planet actually work. It's that same system that you have toxic energies at the low end. So at the low end you don't really have love, you have lust. At the high end what you have is the Buddhist idea of compassion. So the nature of love changes as you climb the energy levels. So it goes from something which is really, there really isn't love present at the very low end, to a kind of 360-degree love, which is why it's called compassion is compass ion, which means 360-degree coverage.
Okay. So how does one grow or deepen their relationships?
Understanding the energy worlds. Good idea is to read this book, Partners in Passion, which is available on energyworlds.com, which is my website. There's also some videos there which explain more about this dynamic.
Great. More information, your website is?
energyworlds.com.
Now, when's your next gig?
The next is in October in the Energy Psychology Conference. So that's taking place.
Which is a nice compliment to the Total Health Show.
Absolutely.
And what are you going to talk about there?
I'll be talking about a new system which I'm launching with a psychologist friend of mine, which we're introducing and unveiling for the first time at that conference. So it's to do with charging the human electro-immune system and being able to charge the soul.
So does it take what you wrote in Partners in Passion to the next octave?
It does, and it focuses more on the individual. So how to empower the individual and then bring that power
to the relationships.
Yes,
excellent.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.